Hey guys, good morning. It's Saturday, January 18th. Today I wanted to talk about 6 daily tips for success in 2025. These are some things that I'm implementing in my life and some things that I've learned along the way. And I think they could be beneficial for a lot of people. Um, so with that being said, the first thing is going to be waking up early. There's a lot of benefits to having a routine, and I can recall from being, grade school, middle school. Our father used to wake us up at like 3:30 in the morning, 4 a.m., and he would drag our ass to the gym, and we'd work out, and he'd take us to breakfast, and then drop us off at school at like 6:30 in the morning when classes started at like 8:15. And I used to hate it. Like, which 10-year-old, 12-year-old wants to wake up and go to the gym? We didn't even have memberships. He would just like sneak us in. Uh, Looking back, I appreciate it and I see why he did it, but and then that just kind of propelled me when I was in boot camp in the Marine Corps. I was the guide for our platoon, and every single morning I had to wake up at 3:45 a.m. and just make sure like the squad bay was cleaned, the floors were mopped, and it was never perfect. So I always got fucked up with workouts at 5:45 before breakfast. So long story short, waking up early has helped me. It really creates a nice routine for you, and it's it allows you to be creative also. So I really like to wake up around 5 a.m. and do emails, do quotes. Sometimes I read. Oftentimes, I'm analyzing real estate deals. I'm into investing in boutique hotels and multifamily. So that time allows me to really kind of crunch numbers in peace and quiet. Some people might benefit from meditation or prayer, goal setting. So you can get a lot of stuff done in the early hours of the day when it's dark out, it's quiet. I'm married, I have 3 kids, so my household gets pretty loud. It's not loud at 5 or 5:30 in the morning, so I can get a lot of stuff done. But even if you're single, you live by yourself, maybe you got a dog or whatever, you can take him for a walk in the morning. It's super peaceful outside. There's nothing going on except your thoughts and your ideas. You also have no phone distractions. No one's blowing up your phone, stuff like that. It's just time to be with yourself. And then by waking up early, if you wake up early consistently, chances are you're probably going to go to bed at a decent time, which is crucial. Getting good sleep is getting good rest, recovery. That's a really big part of the recipe for success. Second thing is working out or just fitness in general. I think it's paramount for my success. Getting my workouts done early in the morning consistently has been has just been awesome. You get your workouts in, get a sweat on before 7 a.m. You feel really accomplished. It's a de-stressor. It boosts your confidence. You look good. Uh, you know, I think before you can focus, if you want to help others and help your family, your spouse, your kids, your employees, whatever, your coworkers, if you can't take care of yourself, how are you going to take care of others? So I think taking care of yourself is the most important thing first, really honing in on that. And then other people see that, they trust that, they respect that, and, they're attracted to that. Um, Another thing that we do that I like to do, and oftentimes I do it with my younger brother Clay, is uh, walking throughout the day. So it's great to get your cardio in at the gym or whatever, but like after lunch or after dinner or before dinner, whatever, if you can get like a little walk in, whether you're walking by yourself or walking your dog, it's just something to do that's really relaxing. So for example, like we'll have lunch every day at around 12 or 12:30. We'll come back to the office, and then around maybe 2, we'll go for like a mile walk. And somewhere along that mile, we'll stop at like a local coffee shop, and I'll have my little cappuccino, talk to the barista, and just shoot the shit, see what's going on, and then we come back to work. And then that it's just a nice routine. Burn some calories, get out of the office, move your body, So if you're not walking, I would highly recommend doing that or doing something, similar throughout the day, just to kind of keep keep your body moving. The third thing that I've been doing and I was kind of inspired to do was reducing alcohol consumption. So right now I'm on a 100-day sober streak. I think February 8th or something, that'll be the 100th day. And um, I'm going on a bachelor party to the Bahamas, so best believe I'm gonna have a few drinks. But it's just I like. I think I'm gonna keep doing these sober streaks. I love the feeling of waking up at 5 a.m. fresh minded, not hungover, not feeling lethargic. Not that I ever like got super hungover on the consistently, but there's just something about waking up. Like today, it was Saturday. I woke up at I think 6:15, and then got some work done. It's just really motivating and it feels good. And with that being said, like if you are a drinker and you want to go sober, and at the end of that, if you're gonna have 15 drinks, in Vegas and lose a bunch of money and get arrested, like you probably shouldn't drink at all. But if you can kind of control your alcohol, go 75 days sober, go out, whatever, have a few drinks, and then you can kind of get back on and be locked in. You don't have to quit alcohol forever, but you got to decide which boat you're in. So I'm not quitting alcohol for the rest of my life. I don't want to, but I am committing. I am going to commit to just taking like little breaks. I think it's good. Number four is going to be staying focused. This is a big thing I struggle with because I have all these crazy fucking ideas and I want to do all these things. But in the last year, I've noticed that it's paramount to stay focused on your like grinding your niche. So my niche is valet parking and shuttles, and we're really good at that. And we use like like basically the profits from that to buy real estate, specifically like multifamily and boutique hotels is what we're really interested in, like the hospitality space. But yeah, just grinding your niche, staying focused. It's better to be an expert at one thing than mediocre at 10 things. And if you're an entrepreneur, you know what I mean. You have all these ideas. Like we wanted to start a golf cart rental business and airport shuttle business, and it's just like you spread yourself too thin. So stick to one thing, get really fucking good at it, and then you'll see what I'm talking about. Don't get distracted. Kind of similar to what I was just talking about. Don't get distracted. Stay focused. Another big thing is learning how to say no. Uh, don't try to please you can't please everyone. Like you gotta let everyone know what your goals are and what you're trying to accomplish, and then all the little distractions along the way, you have to learn how to say no. Um, and sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's your family and friends that are asking you to go somewhere or do something, spend whatever. You got to say no, um, and it's difficult, but once you start saying no, you'll find a lot more. You won't be as stressed out. You won't have all these things happening and commitments that you don't even want to do. So just a little piece of advice there. One thing I looked up, like the average time it takes for a business to fail. I was just curious for all you business owners and entrepreneurs aspiring to be. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, approximately 20% of new businesses fail during the first 2 years of being open, 45% during the first 5 years, 65% during the first 10 years, and then at only a quarter of new businesses make it to 15 years or more. So what does that mean? That just means it takes time. It takes time. It takes a lot of repetitions. It takes a lot of setbacks. You'll have some successes in there, but it just takes time. And a lot of people, they want instant reward, and they're not used to the delayed gratification. But it took us 2 years to really kind of make any sort of money. So just stick to it. You'll fuck up every now and then. You'll learn, and that's just part of the process. And and if you're still around for 4 to 5 years, obviously you're doing something right because you wouldn't be, how are you going to survive if you're not, if you're obviously making some sort of money after 4 to 5 years. So just stick to it. And then like, there's just it'll be weird when it happens, but there's a time where it just like, it clicks and you're like, oh shit, it's good now, but don't stop then. Then you got to keep focusing. Uh, there's a thing called compound interest that's used for like investing, but that's very similar to like anything. It's your fitness, your business, relationships. The more you invest, and if you reinvest those, like the profits basically, or like those, if you reinvest your time and effort into it, it just like snowballs, and then eventually you're just going to see this big, you'll be really happy. The fifth thing is travel. With my business, with our business, we're very fortunate that you can really, we just need like a phone and a laptop. Obviously, we need a lot of really great workers and employees, but like we can, my brother and I, my family, we can work from really wherever as long as we have a connection. And that might not be for everybody, but if you can somehow structure your business or find, like, put the right pieces in place to where you can travel, I would highly recommend just committing to like, two travel trips per year, with your family or by yourself. I think it's really important to just experience the country and the world, and because by doing that, you learn different things, you try different food, you meet different people, and it's just nice to see different cultures because one, you're either going to appreciate a lot where we come from, or you're going to see how they live, and then go, oh, that's really cool. Like, I might want to implement into my routine. So you can educate yourself by traveling, and something that I'm doing. We're going to the Bahamas in April, taking the whole family for 5 days, uh, and then I want to plan another family trip like in the fall. So that's just what I'm doing. Like my brother, he's single. He's going to South America in a couple weeks, and he's going to hit like 5 countries, and he just has a one-way ticket, so he hasn't even bought the return trip. He's just going to go down there. He'll be working, every day, uh, but it's just the fact that he's committing to traveling and not, making excuses. Um, yeah, and then last one, number six. This is a really big one. I was scared to, well, it's surround yourself with people who motivate you and inspire you. So the first little piece there is joining like a club of some sorts, whether it's like for me, I like real estate, so I joined the real estate mastermind. Um, I also, my family and friends, we also go to like this run club in town that one of our buddies started. That's like where you run basically or walk. You just run with a bunch of people around the city, and then you have dinner after, and you can mingle, you can network, you can. It's really cool. If you're single, you can meet with other people. A lot of people, like, I have 3 kids. A lot of people bring their kids, so it's a nice thing to do. But just surrounding yourself with people who motivate you and inspire you is really important. Like, they say that you're the average of the 5 people you hang out with. And like, if I think about in my mind the 5 people I hang out with, I would say that that's pretty accurate. So if you are surrounded by a bunch of go-getters and you're really happy, then obviously, look at who you hang out with. You're just like them, or you're becoming like them. Or if you're a person where the people you hang out with, they're kind of, they're not really doing anything, they're not really motivating you, you're kind of stuck. You gotta get around better people. It's uncomfortable and it's awkward, and you gotta tell those. You don't have to, like, cancel them out of your life. You have to tell them, these are my goals, and I want to do this, this, this. And if they don't want to if they don't want to join you or support you, then fuck them, they're not for you. You need to find better people. So that's all. They got different clubs. You can do fitness clubs. You can do, they got dancing. You can do, if you're a veteran, they got clubs for vets, stuff like that. Uh, One thing I said, we joined the real estate mastermind, my brother and I. I listen to a lot of podcasts, and I came across like a boutique hotel podcast that this guy, Rich Sommers, leads. And super motivating guy. He's had a lot of speakers on. But what he has is like a mastermind for like-minded individuals, and I think that that's crucial. Like if you want to grow and expand and really like level up, you can't do that by asking your neighbor or your mom and dad. Like if you have these crazy goals, you have to get in the room with the same people that have either already done it or are currently doing it. And sometimes it's expensive to join masterminds and like groups like that, but do your research, and if it's what you want, then spend the money. It's it, it's an investment in yourself, and I think investing in your education and things that you really enjoy, I don't see why that would be a poor choice of how to spend your money. I can think of a lot worse ways. And with that being said, the last thing I have here is don't be afraid to spend money on yourself to get better. That could be like a fitness coach, whether you're in shape or really out of shape. Like you can, if you need help, you need some extra motivation, just sign up for find somebody that's going to fit your strategy for fitness, and pay the money and be held accountable. Finding a mentor, there's mentors for everything. Could be business, could be maybe you're in high school and you want to join the military, go talk to a recruiter, maybe they can be your mentor. Like there's mentors for everything. And even if you're already super successful, like you're at the top, whatever, you think you're the best, like there's mentors for that too. So find what you want to do, find somebody that's already done it, that's been successful, and talk to them. Maybe you can offer something for like, maybe you can do something and they can give you advice for free, or maybe you just have to pay and join their club or whatever. But I promise you it's worth it, because if you just try and figure it out all by yourself, you're going to spend a lot of time and a lot of frustration. So sometimes it's just like it kickstarts you to do what you're trying to do. You can spend money on diet, like eating healthy. Yeah, it's expensive, going to Whole Foods or buying grass-fed beef from the butcher shop. Yeah, it's expensive, but it's fucking like 10 times better for you than eating shitty food. So if you just have garbage if you're putting garbage in your body every single day, but it's cheap, like that's stupid. Spend the money and invest in your health. Another example would be like, uh, you know, instead of buying a $2,000 something, you could buy like a nice bed. Think about that. Like if you sleep 8 hours a day, why wouldn't you have a nice quality bed? Like why would you want to spend $150 on a bed from Amazon when a third of your life is spent in a bed? Have something that's good, that's gonna help you rest and recover so that you can be fucking dialed for the next day. So yeah, those are the 6 things. I'm not an expert on everything, but these are 6 things that I'm doing, and it's been working so far. I think the biggest thing, I was always an early riser. I always worked out. I've always been pretty disciplined. Um, Always traveled. My dad always had us traveling, and yeah, I think the biggest thing for me was eliminating and reducing the alcohol. So I'm going to stick to that, and yeah, I'll let you know how it goes. I'd encourage you guys to try this stuff out. Let me know your thoughts, and wish you guys the best of luck. If you need some encouragement, reach out and I'll give it to you. Thanks. Happy Saturday.